My last video was titled, How Come They Don't Want Me? And it was a reference to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Will Smith having this scene with Uncle Phil where he broke down and cried in front of him about his father and asked him, how come he don't want me, man? Right? And I use that comparison because that's how I feel with my YouTube channel in the current state that it's in. When I say they and how come they don't want me, man, I am referring to the audience, to supporters, to people that don't come and watch my channel or people that come and check out my channel and then leave instantly. It was me asking how come they don't want me and having my own sort of breakdown about the struggles of trying to grow on YouTube. And I thought about it for the past few days, and I think I've actually come up with an answer as to how come they don't want me. And the answer is that I am not extraordinary. I want you to think about that for a second. I am not extraordinary. What does that mean? Now, when I say I'm not extraordinary, you might initially think in the sense that I'm saying I'm not special. Like I don't have any special talents. I'm not super gifted. I'm not LeBron James or Stephen Curry. Like maybe you think of it like that. And sure, it can mean that too. But that is not the only way in which I mean it. All right. So when I say I'm not extraordinary, yes, I don't have these special gifts that make me abnormal. But when I also say that I'm not extraordinary, I also mean it in a sense where I do not take extraordinary actions. And this video came to my mind and this thought process came to my head because I watched Chris Bumstead. He dropped a video basically about how to change your life. And he said the quote that I've heard plenty of times, but I don't know why it hit me so much this day, maybe because I was going through this. But he said basically, if you do average things, you take average actions, you're going to get average results. All right. So if you want an extraordinary life, extraordinary results, you have to do extraordinary things. I am not extraordinary because my actions that I take on a regular basis are average. The actions that I take on a regular basis are normal. And I am not going to get anywhere in terms of what I want with my life, right? Because what I want is not normal. Being a YouTuber, yeah, many people do it, but it's very hard. Very few people become successful at it. It's extraordinary. It's not average. You know what I'm saying? And I want a result that is not average. I want a result that's not normal, but I'm taking normal action. Now, I get it. I'm consistent with my channel. And I felt that like because I'm consistent in this and that or whatever, and I try different things that I should grow. But the reality is there's so many other people on the platform that exists that are trying to do exactly what I'm trying to do, right? What separates my videos from those people? What makes my videos any better? What is extraordinary about my videos, right? Because if I post a video about a topic and it's done in a certain way, and you can easily find another person that did the same video on the same topic in the same way or same manner, structure or whatever, then that means that my video is not extraordinary. It's like everybody else's. And me posting consistently is just like everybody else that posts consistently. If there are other people doing it and it's easy to find those other people that are doing what you're doing in the same exact manner in which you're doing it, then it is normal. It is average. It is not extraordinary. You get what I'm saying? That's why people don't want me, because I'm one of many. I'm not special in that way. And I said in this specific way because you don't have to be special like in talent or gift, right? You could just be special in action, right? So an example I give to being special in action. I used to wake up to go to the gym at like 3 a.m. That was special in action. And the reason I used to do that is because nobody would be in the gym at that time. I used to go to a 24-hour gym. Nobody would be in the gym at that time. You know what that told me? Or like there were some people, like 2 or 3. But you know what that told me? The general population was not willing to get up at 3 a.m. to go work out. They did not want to do it. It made them uncomfortable. And because I chose to do something that made other people uncomfortable, I got in the best shape of my life, right? I did something, an action that was extraordinary. Now, is waking up at 3 a.m. special? It's special because it's an action that people don't want to do, but it's not special in the sense that it's an action that other people can't do. Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Are you kidding me? It's so easy. Now, I wanted to give more examples in regards to Mr. Beast and Kobe Bryant. Let's first talk about Kobe Bryant. Kobe once said that basically the reason he got up so early to do basketball workouts and things like that, right? And I'm pretty sure you would say that Kobe's an extraordinary person or was an extraordinary person. He used to get up early to do basketball workouts at the crack ass because he knew if he woke up early and he started earlier, he could get in more workouts. He got in more workouts. I forgot how many. Let's just say for his example, an example he gave in this video, it's out there on YouTube, by the way, that he did 4 workouts in a day. And he knew that other basketball players were doing 1 to 2 workouts a day, right? So he's like, every day I'm doing more workouts than them, right? And over the course of time, basically the gap widens and they won't be able to catch me. He was doing an action that he found to be extraordinary, something that other people weren't willing to do, that they were not doing. And he started doing that. And is Kobe Bryant not a legend? Is he not one of the greatest basketball players of all time? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Kobe Ben had this mentality, the Mamba mentality, that displayed that you have to do extraordinary things. You have to take extraordinary actions. There was another Kobe example that I had, but for whatever reason, off the top of my head, it's not coming to me. I hope it comes back to me later. But let's go to Mr. Beast for a second, right? Mr. Beast did something on his YouTube channel that is very easy to do, right? He blew up by counting, I believe, to 100,000. Now, I don't want to say very easy to do because it's something uncomfortable that people don't want to do, right? But when counting to 100,000, you got to think about it. Anybody, just about anybody could do that as long as you can count. But how many people, or at least at the time, because people probably do it now because they saw that it worked, but how many people at that time would have been comfortable counting to 100,000? Nobody wanted to sit there and just do that. You would get bored. You would get bored. You could do it. I guarantee you can do it, but would you do it? You know what I'm saying? And I like to use Mr. Beast because he's a person that I look at who is not extraordinary in ability, like I show speed, like freakishly athletic and freakishly talented and stuff like that. But he got rich and famous and became the biggest YouTuber on the planet because of his willingness to do uncomfortable things that were extraordinary in action that other people were not willing to do. His actions were not of that of a normal human. So he has the income that is not that of a normal human, right? I know he has a buried alive video too. I can't remember if it was 24 hours or 7 days. Either way, neither one of those things am I willing to do. But sure, we could all do that. But who is going to do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's the solution. That's the thing I've come up with in my head. The reason they don't want me, it's because I'm not extraordinary. Another example I have is, and I meant to say this way earlier in the video, I don't know why it came to me so late, but when you're walking down the block as a person, right? You're just walking down the street. What is it that makes you look at a specific person when you're walking down the street, right? It is something that makes them an outlier. It's something that makes them extraordinary. If you're walking down the street, you don't notice anybody, but maybe you see a very good looking person that you find attractive. All of a sudden they have your attention. Why? Because you think they look better than everybody else that you have walked past. They're extraordinary to you. You see a person that's 8 feet tall. You walk past them, you're gonna pay attention to them. Why? Because they're the only person you've seen on this street, on this block that is 8 feet tall. They are extraordinary. Even if they're small, if they're a little person and they're 1 foot tall, right? You're gonna look at them. Why? Because they're the shortest person. You haven't seen anybody that's short walk past you. You get what I'm saying? Like, these people are all extraordinary. That's how they get your attention. And YouTube and social media and everything like this is a game of gaining attention and keeping attention. So when I made a video talking about how come they don't want me, it's really how come they're not paying attention to me? Well, the answer to why they're not paying attention to me is, again, because I am not extraordinary, nor in talent, skill, ability. I'm not extraordinary in my actions either. You could be extraordinary in any one of those things. I've not been extraordinary in any of them. So the next step for me is to figure out, how do I determine what actions are extraordinary? I have to determine what other people that are trying to do what I'm doing, I have to determine what they're doing, and I have to determine what they feel uncomfortable doing. And I have to ask myself the question, if I am willing to do the uncomfortable things that they are not willing to do. And if I do those things, I'm sure that I can make something happen. Now, I don't think I'm very close to it because I have to create this list. I have to put a lot of thought into it. So it's going to take some time. The next video or two that I'm going to post is not going to be extraordinary, just like this one is not extraordinary. But trust and believe that is a process I'm going through in my mind to get to. And now let me end it with this. I do remember the Kobe Bryant thing that I forgot earlier. Came back to me. Kobe Bryant was going to have a basketball game. And what's his name? Not Jalen. Jay Williams. I believe it was Jay Williams. Correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all know this story. Jay Williams told the story about seeing Kobe shooting in the gym, working out before their game. He came, he did his workout. Kobe was already drenched in sweat, by the way. He did his workout. He ended his workout. And when he stopped, he still heard the ball bouncing and Kobe was still working out, right? And then that same night, he said Kobe gave them the business, gave him like 40 or something like that, right? And then after the game, he asked Kobe, why was he working out for so long? Why does he work out like that? Why does he work out for like so hard, right? And he told him, because I saw you come in here and I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you're willing to work, I am willing to work harder than you. And the reason this hits so hard to the point that I'm making about being extraordinary is because Kobe was already working hard, right? But he saw somebody else come in to do the work too. And that let him know that if this other person has also had this thought to put in this work, it no longer makes the work I'm doing special. It makes it normal. So in order for the work I'm doing to be special, I have to outwork them. I have to outlast him. I have to work longer and harder than he did, or that he does. So that's why he made it a point to let the man know, it don't matter what you do, I am willing to do more than you. That is Kobe showing that he needs to be special. He needs to be extraordinary. And he's not going to let you take away the fact that he's extraordinary by showing that you're willing to do the same thing as him. And then therefore make him average as well, because you are another person doing it. He doesn't want to be a part of a group of other people doing it. He wants to be the only person doing it. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, that speaks to it, but that's why they don't want me. Yeah, it's simple as that. I'm not extraordinary.